I once said in chat that it's really rare for magic cards to untap magic cards, and now it's time for everyone to prove me wrong, because we're only looking at magic cards that untap other magic cards. Starting off with Steve Cooper, the Unstoppable Plan, 5 hours before the stream starts, but it's just in time for the start of the stream. Unstoppable Plan is a 3-mana enchantment, and at the beginning of your end step, untap all non-land permanents you control. All the creatures, all your artifacts get an extra activation out of your soul rings, out of your one rings, voltaic keys, and so on. Get a lot of value out of your artifacts and creatures. Next up, we got Bab with what's with this new formatting? We got the Benthic Explorers. Sounds like a merfolk. But I bet you wouldn't play this merfolk. You're probably right. It's a 4-mana 2/4 tap, untap a tapped land, and opponent controls. Add 1 mana of any type that land could produce to your mana pool. That is terrible. That is an above and beyond terrible card. I'm untapping somebody else's land so I can have an extra mana. And on top of that, this is like a 4-mana mana dork that also ramps somebody else. I mean, you know what? Maybe it's cool for Commander because you can help yourself by helping somebody else. You know, we're going to help each other win over here. Stronger together. That's how some people might look at it. All right, that does untap permanents. It's not even ours. We have Christopher B with Turnabout to Arms. This is a 4-mana instant. Choose artifact, creature, or land. Tap all untapped permanents of the chosen type target player controls, or untap all tap permanents of that type that player controls. Classic combo card. Very, very strong combo card. It was I believe, a High Tide combo card of all things. We got Castle Star with the Staff of Domination. Oh, maybe one of the most popular untap cards. Okay, it does untap something else. I was about to disqualify it because for 3 mana, you can pay 1 mana and untap Staff of Domination itself, but doesn't count. We just look at these MTG cards untap. I mean, maybe it does count anyway. I think that would be pretty lame. I think I should say it untaps other MTG cards, but there is a card that you can untap. For 3 mana, tap, untap target creature. And that's all that matters around here. Did the message display thing receive an update, or are you using a new one? I don't know what's going on here. I mean, it's definitely different. I didn't think I changed anything. I guess there might have been like a big update. Is it a yay or is it a nay? So far I'm on nay because it's smaller. It's smaller than what I'm used to. Rakdos, Loreth of the Healing House, thank you so much for your super chat. Is it No, it's Loreth? How about of the Healing? This is the look of the Healing House. It is Loreth. Or is it? Oh, it's Ioreth, maybe. Ioreth of the Healing House. It's a 3-mana 1/4 human cleric. Tap, untap another target permanent. Tap, untap to other target legendary permanents. So it's to untap all the best of the creatures on the battlefield, especially if those legendary creatures tap for abilities. This card looks really cool. I'm surprised it is worthless. Unfortunately, it is worth many, many pennies. A great many pennies, which is not a whole lot of money for the most part. That's the end. We have Full Throttle. Full Throttle is a 6-mana, what's it called? 6-mana sorcery. After this main phase, there are 2 additional combat phases. At the beginning of each combat this turn, untap all creatures that attack this turn. I have a feeling a great many of these cards are going to end up being on the show, where you get these extra combat steps, and you are technically untapping your permanents in order to do that. Okay, next up, we've got, I think I fixed it. We got Gillum with Vitalize. Gillen with Vitalize. A green instant. Untap all creatures you control. Is this even good in an elf deck? It's like it's like a super ritual. If you have all the right creatures in play, especially ones that produce like boatloads of mana, you can play Vitalize and basically it's like a giant ritual. I don't know what you need like 50 mana for, but you better spend it wisely. Next up, we've got Benjamin Berkey, Faces of the Past. It was only one green. Faces of the Past is a 3-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature is put into a graveyard from play, tap or untap all creatures that share a creature type with it. That's pretty interesting. Who would really use this, though? I'm not going to put it in Merfolk, because I don't think I'd have enough creatures alive to make really good use out of this. Maybe Slivers. Slivers make a lot of tokens, so you could like go full send with them. And a token will hit the graveyard from play, and it should trigger this. What else would really make... Like, it needs to be, like, a good creature type that adds blue. Maybe soldiers, maybe humans. Something... Fairies, maybe? I don't know how many Changelings, actually. Changelings is probably the best one. The overall answer, Changelings. Changelings is just the glue to all these random, stupid magic cards. Slivers are broken if you build them right. Say that about a lot of decks, Jess. You could say that about a lot of decks. Phil Goad with Amulet of Vigor. We have a 1-mana artifact. Whenever a permanent enters the battlefield tapped and under your control, untap it. Yes, a very popular card with the Karoo lands. What else does this break? It mostly breaks the Karoo lands and Primeval Titan for the most part. I can't remember. What is this the style? No, this is not the style we used. Can I see the style? Ooh, I can see the styles in okay, there we go. I think this is it. I think this is what we used to use. But I just can't remember. Titans love their amulets. That's right. PDX with the Merkfield Liege. Is it Merkfield or Merkfiend? Oh, it's Merkfiend. I didn't read it. Ew! This thing's drooling. In fact, it's drooling so much, it's swimming in its own drool. 5 mana for a 4/4 horror. Other green creatures you control get +1/+1. Other blue creatures you control get +1/+1. Untap all green and or blue creatures you control during each other player's untap step. That's a lot of untaps. We're going to be untapping all day, especially in Commander. Bro already had my name. Oh, yeah. What was it, Kano? Okay, let's go. Intruder Alarm. In fact, I had your name up in 4 different fonts, and I still skipped it. That's pretty funny. Intruder Alarm, 3-mana enchantment. Creatures don't untap during their controller's untap steps until a creature comes into play to untap all creatures, and is a pretty common combo card that has... Any creature that taps to make a token will allow you to untap all your creatures to re-tap, make more tokens, and make infinite creatures. Nikachu swims in his own drool when he sleeps. I used to a lot. So there is a lot of truth. Unlike what a lot of what Jess says every single day, there's actually a lot of truth to this one. When I used to sleep on my side, I would like just wake up in a big pool of my own drool. But these days, actually for the last 10-15 years, I've been sleeping on my back. So it never happened again. I swallow my own drool. Leon Corgi with Mage Right Stone. Marcio says, do we count effects such as Yorion Sky? No blinking. It's got to untap stuff. Blink is going to get you disqualified. Mage Right Stone is a 2-mana artifact. Pay 1, tap, untap target creature that has an activated ability with tap in its cost. Oh my, why does it have to be restricted to that? So we're specifically only untapping creatures that can activate abilities. Very selective of this card. I don't know why it's discriminating against... Like, of course. I mean, I guess there are some creatures. They don't want you to untap creatures with, like, double strike and lifelink and give them pseudo-vigilance when they're not supposed to. Because otherwise, this would be just a pseudo-vigilance card. But, like, that should be okay. I don't know. It's using up a lot of resources. Hexanor with Avatar Kyoshi. What about the Earthbender? Avatar Kyoshi is a 8-mana 6/6 human avatar. During your turn, Avatar Kyoshi has hexproof. At the beginning of combat on your turn, Earthbend 8, then untap that land. Target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste. That's still a land. As if we need to be reminded of that. Put 8 +1/+1 counters on it, and when it dies or is exiled, return it to the battlefield tapped. Does Earthbending untap all lands? I want to say they don't, but I can't remember. Is there any other Earthbenders around here? Any other Earthbenders? I don't actually see any Earthbenders around here. Okay, moving on then. We got Bomb Talks Bridge with Malachite Talisman. And the rest of the cycle is absolutely broken with Selvala. Growing Rights et al. Okay, and the Malachite Talisman is a 2-mana artifact. Whenever... Okay, what the hell? Okay, the Oracle text is completely different. Let's read the ancient scripture. 3 mana, untap target, permanent. Use this ability only when a green spell is successfully cast, and only once for each green spell cast. And then we have the Oracle text. Whenever a player casts a green spell, you can pay 3, and if you do, untap target permanent. All right, it works. It's a true story. It's pronounced Malachite. Malachites. Sounds like a Final Fantasy card. Sorry, Mercenary, we did Intruder Alarm already. You're late to the punch. Hexanor reminds us, no, Earthbending doesn't untap your land by default. All right, so this was a very specific special Earthbender. Kyoshi has mastered Vigilance. Flicker effects do not count. Come on, then this would be like a Blink show. There would be nothing special about this show whatsoever. Healthier System, Sands of Time. I gotta use this sound effect. This music reminds me of my time running out. Sands of Time. 4-mana artifact. Each player skips his or her untap step. At the beginning... This feels like this is against the spirit of the show. It's like, this card doesn't let you untap anything at all. At the beginning of each player's turn, untap each tapped artifact, creature, and land he or she controls, and tap each untapped artifact, creature, and land he or she controls. It's like this. Okay, whatever. It does technically untap stuff in a very restricted way. Horribly restricted. Jack Solaris, retreat to Coralhelm. Oh yeah. We're going back to Coralhelm, baby. 3-mana enchantment, landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you get to choose up to 1. You can tap or untap target creature, or you can scry 1. Untapping is always great stuff. Antler. Oh, this actually, by the way, was a combo with I should say strong synergy with Knight of the Reliquary. Because you tapped sacrifice a forest or a plains to search your library for a land, you could get a fetch land, and that gave you 2 triggers of retreat to Coralhelm to untap your Neither Reliquary and also make your Neither Reliquary even bigger. Antler with Wirewood Lodge. Which is an amazing card that we'll talk about after I tell you how you can buy it from FusionGamingOnline.com, today's sponsor. Deal of the week, 20% off all your Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed product, because you love TCGs, don't you? There are some people, they came from Yu-Gi-Oh! And maybe you want to relive those days. 20% off the sealed product of Yu-Gi-Oh! But you can also get your Marvel superhero cards or your Wirewood Lodge. Look, Wirewood Lodge is like $10 US. And you know what? You got to save some money in this economy. Save money by using coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. And of course, it supports the channel. Thanks everyone who supports the channel at FusionGamingOnline.com. Okay, next, the Wirewood Lodge. Okay, it's 10. I've never heard of this card, and it's like $10. That's like much more money than I would expect from this land. Tap to add 1 mana to your mana pool. For a green, tap. Oh, untap our target elf. Okay, that makes immediate sense. Millions of sense. You know, this and untap some random elf that taps for 1 billion mana. You got twice that 1 billion mana. It was used in a lot of casual elf decks. I'm sure it still is. I doubt anything has changed. Hey there, Magnum Opus. Well, hello there. Mercenary with Pestermite. Pestering around. A 3 mana 2/1 fairy rogue with flash and flying. When Pestermite enters the battlefield, you may tap or untap target permanent. A classic Kiki Jiki Splinter Twin combo. Or anything that can... I don't know how many things there are out there. I guess you can also target the backside of a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Something like that. Anything that can any creature that taps to make a copy of a creature, Pestermite will win. Pestermite made the Kiki Jiki combo broken upon release. Yeah, I heard Standard had that combo in it. Oops, Wizards R&D. Oops. Not enough combo players on their team. Toilet Duck, Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner. Remember, Kiora's not the Behemoth. It's the Octopus. Okay, Kiora is a 3 mana, 7 loyalty planeswalker. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, you get to draw a card. And -1, untap target permanent. This is one of the best 3 mana planeswalkers that they actually printed. Its main purpose was to untap Nykthos Shrine to Nyx in Pioneer. But also it's just an all-around good value generator. You play this card and play 4 power creatures and start drawing cards. I mean, she pays for herself. Oops, I untapped it again. Felicia with Halo Fountain. This thing untaps itself. 3 mana artifact, pay a white, tap, untap. Oh, untap a tapped creature you control to create the 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. I totally forgot it had this mechanic. Double white, tap, untap 2 tap creatures you control to draw a card. And for 5 mana, tap, untap 15 tap creatures you control. That's hard to win the game. That is difficult. Horribly difficult. I don't know about the rest of you people, but it's hard enough for me to have 15 creatures in play in the first place, let alone have them all be tapped. We got Steven Zimbrowski. Have you ever heard of Dramatic Reversal? Have I ever? I forget what it does though. 2 mana instant, untap all non-land permanents you control. If I remember correctly, this is like one of the key. This is one of the key cards you want to put under an Isochron Scepter. Isochron Scepter loves Dramatic Reversal. Wait, Springleaf Drum doesn't count. No, that's the opposite. You're tapping things. You're tapping things to put something untapped into play. Isn't Still Energy a untapper? Really? For a green, it's enchant creature. Enchanted creature can attack as though it had haste. Will all be damned. 0 mana. Untap enchanted creature. Activate this ability only during your turn and only once each turn. It basically gives it pseudo vigilance. It gives like effectively vigilance or whatever. Marcio with Westvale Abbey. Wait, whoops. Westvale Abbey. How does this work? Okay, so tap for mana, pay 5, tap, pay 1 life, get a human cleric token, pay 5, tap, sacrifice a bunch of stuff, then transform this thing. It doesn't untap. Oh no, it's untap. Oh, it untaps itself. Oh, okay, gotcha. That was a little cheeky at the end. You sacrifice the you have to tap this card to sack the creatures, and then it untaps into Ormondale Profane Prince. Feels like that was big cheating. Steve Cooper, wonder why they out errata to as though haste and not just let it have haste. I don't know. Gotta ask the person who, maybe it has a very specific ability. Maybe there's a specific niche reason you would want that. It has some strategic difference. Gillum says we did it. We broke Isochron Scepter. I don't think we did that. I think it was always the case. Benjamin Berkey with Jangling Automaton. Jangling. Who has no card yet? I know there's a bunch of you out there. There's millions of you. Jangling Automaton is a 3-mana 3/2. If Jangling Automaton attacks, untap all creatures defending player controls. God, that sounds terrible.
No, God, please, no.
That's such a bad idea. I guess it's one way of supporting somebody. Hey, you need all your stuff untapped? Okay, I'll attack you with my Jangling Automaton. I'm gonna do you a favor. Magnum Opus Gold with Leech Bonder. Does it count? Probably not if you have to ask the question. This is a 3-mana 3/3. Leech Bonder comes into play with 2 -1/-1 counters on it and pay a blue. Untap it. Move a counter from target creature onto another target creature. These MTG cards untap MTG cards. I'm not... F it. We're going to count it. It untaps itself. You know, that's on me. I should have worded the title. These MTG cards untap other MTG cards. That's totally on me. So I guess anything that untaps itself with the stupid untap symbol is actually going to qualify. Which still might help somebody. Like if for some weird reason someone out there is trying to build a deck about that requires cards that just untap for any reason, hey, Leech Bonder still might help them. The Ghost of Thomas Jenkins says, there aren't a whole lot of cards that untap like that. No, there's not. It's rare, I'm telling you. Phil Goad with the Blink Moth Infusion. Thanks so much for your super chat, Phil Goad. Blink Moth Infusion is 14 mana! What the hell is this? Oh, it's got affinity for artifacts. Untap all artifacts. So it's basically like, not basic. It's probably 2 mana untap all artifacts, but even not really. I think even for an affinity deck, it would be difficult to have 12 permanents in play. It's not a given whatsoever. We did see Amulet of Vigor. Sorry about that, Trisket. Fan Factor, a 1,000-year elixir. Final Fantasy card? Final Fantasy? It's not actually. It's a Lorwyn card. 3-mana artifact. You may play the activated abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. And also can pay 1 tap on tap target creature. Oh, isn't this like the exact same thing as that other card that we looked at, but it untapped only creatures with activated abilities? But that card also costs like 2 mana. This is 3 mana. Wizards was very self-conscious about power creeping old design. So much so that they added an entire 1 mana to this thing. This thing's like $14. Holy what is with you people? That's crazy. Next up, we got Marcio with a huge super chat. Thanks so much for your super chat, Marcio. Super chatting to Stretch. It doesn't untap, but generates the same effect 90% of the time. Marvin, Murderous Mimic. Let's take a look at Marvin. 2 mana, 2/2. Marvin, Murderous Mimic has all activated abilities of creatures you control that don't have the same name as that creature. What are you trying to tell me? It doesn't untap, but generates the same effect 90% of the time. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Yeah, this card doesn't work at all. Yeah, we're gonna donate to chat. What is even this currency? I don't even know. I don't even know how much this is. Okay, we got Scumlord. You're gonna get the super chat money. Pillapala. This does have the untap ability. Pay 2 for a 1/1 flyer. Pay another 2. Tap. Sorry, not tap. Untap. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. If you can get cost reduction down to 0, then this basically just taps. Oh, sorry, you still need to tap this thing. So you can like tap it with Springleaf Drum or something, untap, and with cost reduction, net some mana. And of course, it combos with a bunch of other stuff. The Brazilian Real. You're probably right. Okay, how much is the 10 Brazil? What is the I got 10 Brazilian Real. To USD. It's literally $2. Oh yeah, $2 is $2 in this economy. Next. PDX with Zola Toyak. Sounds like the name of a medication. I can ask my doctor if it's right for me. Take your Zola Toyak today. 6 mana for a 6/6 Salamander Serpent. When Zola Toyak, the Smiling Flood, enters the battlefield or attacks, put a flood counter on target land. That land is an island in addition to its other types for as long as it has a flood counter on it. At the beginning of your end step, untap each permanent you control with a counter on it. Just got to put counters on all our lands. Do Earthbended cards? Oh, yeah, this works with Earthbended cards, doesn't it? Because Earthbend has like +1/+1 counters on it. And it's any counter. So it works. Marcio says you can tap him to double the effect you would get by tapping the original creature. That has nothing to do with the show, Marcio. It has absolutely nothing to do with the show. We're not looking to double abilities. We're looking just at this. This show is about untapping other permanents. Slightly missed the point of this one. That's okay. Next up, we got I Am Error with Solution. Oh, wait a minute. Raktus gave like $5. I got to donate half of that somewhere. Soliton. Oh, it's Soliton. A 5 mana 3/4. For a blue, I can untap my Soliton. Sick. Might as well just give it Vigilance. Might as well have. Toilet Duck says, stream idea. Card names that sound like medicine. You know what? I don't think that would do well with the YouTube algorithm. I bet you could break this. There's probably some way to break this card. I think any card that says untap this permanent for a certain amount of mana could be broken. Where's Horseshoe Crab? Correction. Another copy of Horseshoe Crab. It's got to think of it that way. Another copy of it. Raise the Future. I'm going to give you half of Raktus's super chat. The Mere Galvanizer. This is a 2/2 for 3 mana. Other mirror creatures you control get +1/+1. Pay 1 tap. Untap each mirror you control. The Mirror of all mirrors. I'm surprised this is worth so little. It's like less than $1. It's 59 cents. It seems like a very underloved card that can untap all your permanents. Or maybe it's just too much work compared to other cards. Better Horseshoe Crab because it's a cutter? What that? The Soliton? The hell does cutter mean? It's an artifact? We got the Prince of Winners with The Moment. It's like no other. And we'll take a look at it after we thank our other sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic Online, the place where you can playtest all the new cards that come out for all your favorite paper formats, whether it be Commander 1-on-1, 4-on-4, CEDH, or regular EDH. Bulls has all the 60-card competitive formats from Standard, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, Vintage, Pauper, Pre-Modern, and more. Magic Online has every format, and you can participate in playing all of them when you rent the cards with Mana Traders. Use coupon code Nikachu_BK3 for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. And back to the moment. Don't waste that moment, people. 2 mana legendary artifact at the beginning of your upkeep. Put a time counter on the moment. For 2 mana, tap Untap target creature you control. And it phases out until the moment leaves the battlefield. That sounds terrible. So it's like, is this some sort of insurance if you attack someone and the attack goes wrong? Pay 3, tap, destroy each non-land permanent with mana value less than or equal to the number of time counters on the moment. Then sacrifice the moment, activate only as a sorcery. What a weird card. Does reading the English explain the English? Did I read something wrong? Reading the words explains the words. Other mere creatures, pay 1, tap, untap. I don't know. What do you guys making fun of me? It was the heat of the moment. You're confusing me, chat. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. We got Pale Nimbus with Grim Monolith. This is turned into a bunch of cards that untap themselves, which might have to be fair game because, like I said, I think this is a very rare ability to untap permanents. Grim Monolith is a 2-mana artifact, and it does not untap during your untap step. Unfortunately, that's just how they designed the card. Tap, add 3 colorless mana to your mana pool. Play this ability only as a mana source. And for 4 mana, untap your Grim Monolith. It doesn't untap by itself. You gotta do it, all right? You gotta baby that damn thing. Rin with the Clock of Omens. Clock of Omens, 4-mana artifact. Tap 2 untapped creatures untapped artifacts you control. Untap target artifact. Is this just a combo card of some sort? Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control to untap something. I'm just trying to think. Does anything trigger upon being tapped and therefore you get another artifact? And then if you get an artifact, you can tap that to untap another artifact. This has to be some sort of combo card, right? Like, it has to be. You can untap your Grim Monolith. Whoa! Back-to-back combo cards. You can even tap the Clock of Omens in order to do that, too. It's a combo card with something that taps to make 2 artifacts. Yeah, I know! Well, yeah, I could figure that one out, Ren. You didn't know I knew that? I knew that. I knew that the entire time. Question is there any clear card that breaks this? Nikachu, did you do well in math or English more? Neither. In the first half of my life, I was just miserable at both of them. Second half of my life, I'm much better at math than I am at English. Some might say I never got good at English. My English is terrible. My French is worse though, because I don't know it at all. Next, we've got Everything Undone. Does Pemin's Aura count? Pemin's Aura? 3 mana enchant creature for a blue untap enchanted creature. Absolutely. For a blue enchanted creature gains flying until end of turn. For a blue enchanted creature can't be the target of spells or abilities this turn. And for 1 mana, you can buff it up 1, -1, or -1 and buff it up 1. We got God Loki Isgard. I bet you love the Marvel series that just came out. Derevi Imperial Tactician. I swear to God, they probably made that Marvel series for you. You probably own you're probably making a Loki commander deck as we speak. Derevi Imperial Tactician is a 3-mana 2/3 bird wizard flying. Whenever Derevi Imperial Tactician enters the battlefield or a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may tap or untap target permanent. And for 4 mana, put Derevi onto the battlefield from the command zone. Just cheatsy it directly into play. Fan factor, how long do you think it will take to get universes beyond Oprah? A while. I think a while. It also might require Oprah to be dead. I don't know. And how like, oh, here's the thing. Just talking seriously about this, why would Oprah want to be on Magic cards? I imagine, given that she is a multi-billionaire, the only way we're going to get Oprah is like she dies and then her estate, in some greedy sense, sells the rights to her likeness to Hasbro. So might be a while. I don't know, maybe she plays Magic. Who knows? And you know what? Maybe she's in for it. There's vehicles. You know, everyone gets a car. Okay, next we got Voltlin, Captain America, living legend. It's very fun. You know, technically, all these superheroes are living legends, aren't they? Why is he like a living legend above everyone else? I don't even know what does this guy do anyway? Like, what's his special power? He's got a shield. That's it. Is he bulletproof? Is he as strong as Superman? I actually don't know squat about Captain America, but whenever I see him fight, I feel like, wow, you're like the most mortal person there. You're like as mortal as Batman. Captain America is a 3-mana 3/4 human soldier hero with vigilance. Whenever a creature you control becomes tapped during your turn, if it's the first time that creature has become tapped this turn, untap it. Like, seriously, that ability perfectly describes how I see him attack in the movies. He does nothing. He's got no superpowers. Where's the hexproof on this guy? Where's the indestructibility? Where's his reach and all this other stuff? No, he's got vigilance. He's got a big shield. So, I mean, he can have, like, maybe he could have 7 toughness for all I care. He is as strong as Superman. Sometimes. That's really strong if that's true. Captain America was the super soldier meant to defeat the Germans in World War II originally. Is he invincible? His superpower is he never gives up. You know, there's a lot of people that never give up out there. And they can end up die trying. Voltlin, Captain America is just a really strong guy due to a super soldier serum, but nowhere near Superman level. That's why he's a living legend, because his mortality could have him being a dead legend. Anyway, I was just curious. The super stubbornness is his power. I love Snap and 1080 snowboarding with Snap. A lot of cards with the word Snap in it, so we got to dig for the Snap. Snap, a 2-mana instant. Return target creature to its owner's hand and untap up to 2 lands. Look at that. That's this is also sort of cheating. Yep, this is a card that untaps your lands. There's a big pile of these types of cards. Trip Fontaine says, if that card was green, I think in reference to Captain America, it could actually be good in Commander. Doubling every mana creature would be no joke. Unfortunately, it's not green. So strong. Isn't green. Look, if you don't have a green splashed in your color identity, you can't be strong. Can't be strong in Magic the Gathering. Rustin Serpentine, he did fight toe-to-toe with Superman in Marvel vs. DC. Did he win? So I think maybe he would have won. The plot would be too obvious if Superman won. Way too obvious. Any no 2 cards yet? Or no card yet, people left? No, I guess we're on to no 2 cards yet. Scumlord with Tybalt. The Fiend-Blooded. Universes Beyond, Jay Leno, and all the cards. Trip Fontaine also says, Oprah has declared that they have the best crab cakes in the Baltimore area. And they say that in all their ads. Best crab cakes in the world. What's Batman's power? Be rich? Hey, if you ask a lot of groups out there, a lot of political groups, they would say that is one of the most powerful powers in the world. Okay, Tybalt, the Fiend-Blooded for 2 mana. It's a for 2 loyalty. +1, draw a card, then discard a card at random. -4, Tybalt the Fiend-Blooded deals damage equal to the number of cards in target player's hand to that player. And for -6, gain control of all creatures until end of turn. We can untap them. And they gain haste until end of turn. The worst everything on this card. Just worst. Tresar with Cerulean Wisps. Cerulean. This is weirdly a combo card. For a blue, it's an instant. Target creature becomes blue until end of turn. Untap that creature, and you also get to draw a card. I can't remember how this card worked. Why was this a combo card? Maybe it was just the card draw. It was like, if you untap the creature, you float, it made you mana, and you drew a card, just keep the combo going, or churn through the deck or something. Our names have blue in them now. Yeah, we're all blue. The creature becomes blue. Nah. Next, Steve Cooper with Seaborn Muse. We are up to the no 2 cards yet, people. If you don't have a second card yet, let me know in chat. Seaborn Muse is a 5-mana 2/4 spirit. Untap all permanents you control during each other player's untap step. Very broken card, by the way. A lot of people hate this card. But they don't hate it as much as the Simic one. Whatever the Simic one was. Marcio, Paradox Engine. Huh? Oh, there we go. Paradox Engine is a 5-mana, a legendary artifact. Whenever you cast a spell, untap all non-land permanents you control. Oh yeah, this got it banned, didn't it? You abandoned Commander, eh? Too annoying. The Big Nate with Intruder Alarm. We did that one. Sorry about that, Big Nate. You gotta try another one. Seaborn Muse, the card that Mori cheated with in Game 2 of the 2005 World Event. Really? It was an actual cheat or not really? Sable Salt, Winter Orb. You know exactly what is happening to cause it to be able to untap. I don't think this card is going to count. 2-mana artifact. As long as Winter Orb is untapped, players can't untap more than 1 land during their untap steps. I would disqualify this card. If it's, you know, I might have counted it if specifically said you can untap only 1 card or something like that per turn. Or players can't untap more than 1 land during each of their turns. It's saying that it's not telling you what to do, it's telling you what you can't do. That's a little bit different. That's a little bit of a different story. Leon Corgi, Twiddle. There's a wow. Okay, now we're cooking with fire. Twiddle, blue, instant, tap or untap target artifact, creature, or land. And I can't remember. There was briefly a Twiddle combo deck in Modern, if I remember correctly. Ooh, Rest in Serpentine, Morphling. I love me some Morphling in 2026. Morphling is coming back. All right, Morphling sees like a good chunk of play now in pre-modern. This was like a $5 card. Now it's ballooned up to like $50, and it can keep going. I wouldn't say I have a play set, but I have 3 copies. I don't know if I'm ever gonna need a 5th one. Yeah, we're so back. We're so back. Morphling, welcome back. You're so good back in the day. And all we had to do is invent a format that represented back in the day. 5 mana for a 3/3, and the very first ability, untap Morphling for a blue. Also for a blue, it gains flying. For a blue, it gets Shroud. And for 1 mana, you can buff it up and shrink it, or shrink it up and buff it. Gotta love good old Superman. Morphling is coming back for reals and rebounding back to its former prices, or even higher. I mean, it's a reserve list card, so it can go on for forever. Morphling used to be $7 before 2004, then fell hard once Pithing Needle? Really? Pithing Needle was the end to Morphling. Well, $70 back then, that must have been like $200 by today's standards, given inflation. Benny's Prophet of Crewfix. Speak of the devil, because I was just talking about this card. 5 mana for a 2/3. Untap all creatures and the lands you control during each other player's untap step. Oh, and by the way, you can cast creature spells as though they had flash. Why the lands? Like, why was that necessary? Land's too strong. I guess it was American dollars. From bulk mythic to cash money. Oh, you mean Morphling? I mean, it's more like cash money to bulk mythic to cash money. Man, what a ride Morphling has had. Oh wait, Pithing Needle came out in 2005. Well, then maybe the price got killed in 2005. I wasn't paying to the price of Morphling back then. Trip Fontaine with Jandor's Saddlebags. Sounds like something Jim Carrey would say to somebody else. For 2 mana, artifact, pay 3, tap, untap target creature. Okay, that works. Works big time. Leon Corgi, have you done a show about cards that that name a card like Pithing Needle or Meddling Mage? No, because I have a feeling there's like, I don't know, maybe 10 cards out there. I don't think there's enough cards that would make a show. Like, probably not. It's got Meddling Mage, Pithing Needle, Sorceress Spyglass, every card that might search somebody's deck for a card and then exile them out of the game. I think the show would last 15 minutes and it'd be over. Call to Glory from Mercenary. Call to Glory is a 2-mana instant. Untap all creatures you control. Samurai you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Never underestimate a samurai. Yeah, Disruptor Flute. Not much stuff. Felicia with Loki Scepter. This is a new card. Super new card. 3-mana legendary artifact. When Loki Scepter enters, gain control of target creature until end of turn. We get to untap that creature. Until end of turn, it becomes a villain in addition to its other types and gains haste. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Wow. Wow, I hang out with this guy once, instantly I'm being called a villain. Just because I go to the guy's house and hang out once doesn't mean I'm the bad guy around here. Big Nate, Dramatic Reversal. We also did that one. Look, Big Nate, all the very obvious cards have been done. You got to dig deeper than this. If it's been done, Jace, Ingenious Mind Mage. Okay, beautiful. Ingenious Mind Mage. Ingenious. You could go to Harvard, Jace. You could have went to Harvard. This is a 6-mana Planeswalker, 5 loyalty, +1, draw a card. +1, untap all creatures you control. That's not terrible. And -9, gain control of up to 3 target creatures. And then after we gain control of them, we can untap them. And we will untap them. Rest in Serpentine says, Call to Glory reminds me of the Sabaton song Shiro Yama. I have no idea what you're talking about. Next. 1080 Snowboarding, the Horseshoe Crab. Oh, I think someone mentioned this earlier. They mentioned Horseshoe Crab, but I thought they were referring to this other creature that was also blue. Untap that creature. Anyway, Horseshoe Crab, 3 mana for a 1/3. And for a blue, you can untap the Horseshoe Crab. And it's going to be fun. Christopher B with Blink Moth Infusion. Blink Moth Infusion! We did this one! You were literally there, Christopher B. You've been here the entire time. We had to take a bathroom break at that time. Gillum with North. What the hell is this guy? 4 mana. It's an imp. It's for 1/1. Tap, untap target blue creature. That's like the most random ability to have on this guy. Tap, force target non-wall creature to attack. If that creature cannot attack, destroy it at end of turn. They use this ability only during target creature's controller's turn. Before the attack, cannot target creatures brought under the controller's control this turn. I'm not going to read the Oracle text, but because I think the ancient scripture did a pretty good job. Did a very, very, very good job. Jess says, wouldn't the last show be types of cards that are too few to do on a show? Yeah, types of cards that never make it on any show because they're too rare. Way, way, way too rare. Toloduck Tifa. The Martial Artist. What's going on here? Tifa. 4 mana for a 4/4 human monk with melee. Whenever one or more creatures you control with power 4, 7, or greater deal combat damage to a player. Untap all creatures you control. If it's the first combat phase of your turn, there is an additional combat phase after this phase. Plenty of combat phases to attack your opponent. Not for once, but twice. If you can blink her, maybe thrice. Oh, actually, does it beat blinking if this is the first combat phase of your turn? Oh. Does blinker count? I'm guessing no. Like, even though it's a new Tifa, it will still recognize which combat phase that you're in, and it's not like you can't. It's not like you yourself can't count. Can chat find the nichest MTG card? Yeah, card that doesn't fit for any show. Rare creature types is a good idea, honestly. We've done it. It's been done before. The rarest creature types. Creature types you'd never see. Okay, next up we got Kagan. Kagan's in the house here. Horizon Bows. Or is it Boz? What the hell am I looking at here? It's a plane. Pyrulia. All permanents untap during each player's untap step. It's a rule 0, basically. Whenever you roll Chaos, you may search your library for up to 3 basic land cards. Oh my god! Put them onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. It's like turbo. It's turbo magic. Everyone attack, everyone untap, and also just ramp like crazy. Spew your hand very quickly. Sure of ourselves with the hidden strings. The other twiddle. Why am I giving you a super chat sound of effect? It was that powerful of a card. Not. Although this card did see so much play in an actual powerful deck. 2 mana sorcery. You may tap or untap target permanent, then you may tap or untap another target permanent and cipher. Man, this is the type of card I would love to show like a Yu-Gi-Oh player and like try to trick them. Like, how good do you think this card is? Because this card literally sees play nowhere except for one combo deck in Pioneer. Like that it does. It's pathetic. Yeah, good old Cypher. Which by itself is completely useless. Has Staff of Completion been done? No. I think Domination has been done. Oh, I see. You just found out it's been done before. Okay, Staff of Completion it is. Thanks so much for the super chat. Yeah, we haven't completed the show with the completion. Staff of Completion, 3 mana, artifact. Tap, pay 1 life. Destroy target permanent you own? That's not good. Tap, pay 2 life. Add 1 mana of any color. Tap, pay 3 life. Proliferate. Tap, pay 4 life. Draw a card. Or pay 5 and untap this artifact. I feel like most of these abilities are not good. They all actually look terrible. For 1 life, I get to blow up my own stuff. That's not good. For 2 life, I don't want to add a mana of any color. For 3 life, I certainly don't want to proliferate. For 4 life, I'd rather keep the 4 life than draw a card. This is a very greedy card. Arguably the greediest. Leon Corgi, have you done a show about cards that have you name... What, do you want a leg or something? I told you no. And I said that like 10 minutes ago. Kevin Lopez with the ASIN Bureaucrats. I want to say these people have been on TV before. Like, that's all I have to say about the card art. It's a 2 mana 1/1 human advisor. Tap to tap target creature with power 2 or less. That does not have to do with untapping. Disqualified. This is an untapping show. We need to untap stuff around here. Micum with Baloth Prime. This is a 4 mana 10/10. This creature enters tapped with 6 stun counters on it. Whenever you sack a land, create a tapped 4/4 green beast creature token and untap this creature. Thank God. Pay 4, sack a land. You gain 2 life. Unbelievable. Kagan with the super chat. Thanks so much for your super chat. My Crushing Master Stroke. Was that the name of like a golf player? A golf pro? This is an upright scheme. My Crushing Master Stroke. When you set the scheme in motion, gain control of all non-land permanents your opponents control until end of turn. Untap those permanents. They gain haste until end of turn. Each of them attacks its owner this turn if able. This is weird. How do you get this card? How do you play this card? Tapping, untapping, same day. No, it's not the same. If the show is called these MTG cards, tap MTG cards, that'd be a billion cards. Yeah, we did Prophet of Crufix. You were there, Pacers fan forever. You were there. I swear to God, you guys were here. Pale Nimbus with Leviathan. Really? Oops, no, not that Leviathan. The OG. I mean, my eyes got tired finding this thing in like the boxes of Magic the Gathering cards because I knew it was crap. A 9 mana for a 10/10 with trample. Leviathan comes into play tapped and doesn't untap during your untap step. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sack 2 islands, and if you do, you get to untap your Leviathan. Leviathan can't attack unless you sacrifice another 2 islands. Pay up. You gotta pay the tax. And the funny thing is, this thing's not even swimming in the art. It's like flying in the air, which is just bizarre. There's not like, I don't think this house is underwater, you know what I mean? Leviathan versus Baloth Prime is visible power creep. Yeah, Leviathan equals super big dong. Poo. Doo-doo. Yeah, bring back Island Home. This thing didn't even have Island Home. Funny enough. No Island Home on this card. Hexenart, Sewer Valence Cam. Sounds like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle card. I'm totally right. You just know. Blue artifact with flash. When this artifact enters or leaves the battlefield, you may tap or untap target creature. And for 4 mana, sack the artifact to draw 2 cards. That is not bad. I like that, actually. Enters or leaves. So you can, it's 1 mana, like stun something for a turn, then you pay 4, you net some cards out of this, and you can stun something again, basically. You have to tap it down. Kagan with another super chat. Thanks so much, Kagan. Really appreciate you. Oracle, you'll need to do Oracle to find it. Why the exclamation point? Oh, you mean no? Yeah, Oracle. That's fine. Yeah, exclamation point is going to be important. I love giving you these weird casual format cards because specifically because you hate them. You know, when I'm reading them, I just don't know how to interpret the damn thing. It doesn't even look like a Magic card. So Oracle, it's a character. You may untap any attacking creatures you control and remove them from combat. Like, I don't even know how you use this. I got no clue. I can't tell if it's good, if it's bad, if it's easy to play, if it's hard to play, if it's effective, if it's not effective. Yeah, those damn Vanguard cards. Does Flicker and Bounce count? No, hell no. This would be a blink show. Moodasir, you're not late. You're just on time. We got. I gave you 2 cards, Christopher B. What are you nuts? Oh no, hold on. Oh, did I disqualify one of your? I disqualified one of your cards. Augusta. The guy who names like every single card imaginable got a card disqualified. Plarg for 2 mana 2/2. Tap, discard a card, draw a card, and for 5 mana tap. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary, non-land card with mana value 3 or less. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put all revealed cards not cast this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. The front side has nothing to do with anything. Okay, Augusta. Other tap creatures you control get +1/+0. Other untapped creatures you control get +0/+1. Whenever you attack, untap each creature you control, then tap any number of creatures you control. It's all about the Augusta, people. It's all about the Augusta. Okay, time to do super chats. Super chats. Steve Cooper, Thermo Alchemist, and Adono. Two mana for a 0/3 human shaman. This is a shaman? You know, I feel like shaman are like a little bit more earthly. This guy is basically a modern day scientist. Defender, tap. This creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you get to untap this creature. Do it all over again. How many in chat and even like and viewers on the replay built decks around this stuff? like these sort of like tap ping you, but if I cast an instant or a sorcery, then I get to untap this and deal more damage. And you know, those sort of gutter snipe effects, there's millions of you out there. I know it. I absolutely know it. Shaman are basically reds, wizards like warlocks with black. All right then. Next we got Jess with, I'm not gonna give a card, but I will give $2. Thank you so much, Jess. I really appreciate it. And you know who else appreciates it? Billion Pig. With Jeskai Ascendancy. This card is insane. Also, I hate it. 3-mana enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Untap those creatures. God, I hate this card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Then things get like complicated when you play new creatures for the turn after you've already cast like a bunch of spells, because you're keeping track of +1/+1 for a certain number of cards, but then you have to keep track of +1/+1 for a new set of cards. We should have mentioned this card on the show where you have to keep track of stuff, because this is a very annoying card to keep track of stuff. It's terrible. Next, Drip Fontaine, Onyx Talisman, from arguably the worst 5-color cycle yet. Onyx Talisman, 2-mana artifact, and for 3 mana, untap target permanent. Uses ability only when a black spell is successfully cast, and only once for each black spell cast. Untap target permanent. Use only. Okay, it's only just when you cast a black spell, you may pay 3. If you do, untap target permanent. Not bad. Pretty cool art though. I think that's pretty cool. I would say that is an absolute banger art put on like a real garbage card. Never cast a black spell. Yeah, the problem is that 3 mana is a lot of mana. Maybe like way too much mana, in my opinion. It's way too much mana. Kagan's not done yet. We need to show where Nikachu learns Plane Chase. Oh, we need to only show Plane Chase cards. Plane Chase and like Vanguard cards. I would have no idea. Okay, let's give that card to Pale Nimbus. I like that one. Maze of Ith. I like Maze of Ith, but I don't like that art in particular. This one's not bad. I can accept this one. Land, tap, untap target attacking creature. You get to untap it. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by that creature this turn. Something I don't think people do often enough is they don't untap their own creature. I think a lot of people look at Maze of Ith as a way of protecting themselves versus other people's creatures. You can protect your own creature. Like, you can attack with something, maybe even get like a trigger off of it, and then if your opponent profitably blocks it, untap your own attacking creature and prevent everything that's dealt damage to it. So, Maze of Ith can be used on offense. Next. Okay, we got a bigger super chat from Kagan that will dono to somebody. Let's give Fan Factor one. The Millennium Calendar. How could you forget the untap win con? The what? The Millennium Calendar for 1 mana. Whenever you untap one or more permanents during your untap step, put that many time counters on the Millennium Calendar. But this card is not untapping anything. It's just like if something got untapped, it has an effect. Pay 2, tap, double the number of time counters on the Millennium Calendar. When there are 1,000 or more time counters on the Millennium Calendar, sacrifice it. Yeah, this card actually gets disqualified. Does not actually untap anything. Just triggers upon untap. So we're gonna donate. We're gonna donate to Corbinek. Here, you can have the super chat. Benthic Explorers. Oh, I think we did this one. Yeah, we did this one, Corbinek. Sorry about that. Damn, it's hard to get rid of these. The super chat. It's time to duel. Kano, you can have the super chat. Please take the super chat. Port Razor. An extra attacking card, right? 5 mana for a 4/4. When it deals combat damage to a player, untap each creature you control. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Poor Razor can't attack a player that has already been attacked this turn. Well, not unless we blink the damn thing, no. Wouldn't that be something? How many how many cards do you want, Christopher B? I feel like I gave you 3. I think it's only actually 2, though. Okay, thanks to Steve Cooper. We're going to dono another card. Is there anyone out there with no card yet? I doubt it. Everyone's got a card. Big Nate. Ral Zarek. Like the OG? The first? Oh. Ral Zarek. 4 mana for a 4 loyalty Ral. +1, tap target permanent, but then you get to untap target permanent. That's right. -2 can also deal 3 damage to any target, and then -7, you get to flip 5 coins. Take an extra turn after this one for each coin that comes up heads. Wild. Witted Cerulean Wisps. Vorniferous. We did that one already. And the last super chat from Trip Fontaine, I guess, is going to go to Moodasir. Aurelia the War Leader. Six mana, 3/4. Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever Aurelia attacks for the first time each turn, untap all creatures you control, and after this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Okay, well, let's try to get Corbinic in here. Crackleburr. Corbinic didn't get any card. Let's try that again. It works! Okay, we have a 3 mana 2/2. And for 2 mana, tap 2 untap red creatures you control. Crackleburr deals 3 damage to target creature. But it can untap itself for 2 mana. Untap. To then untap 2 tapped blue creatures you control to return target creature to its owner's hand. That card's very confusing. Super confusing to end the show on. Wild, weird card. As usual, my coffee crew, we're good. We do this show Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And for the night crowd, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks for the love from the night crew. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, and of course, super chat so other people can be part of the show, even several times. Thanks everyone for being here today. People like, who do we have out here today? Kano, Chris, Steve Cooper, Bad, Mercenary, Restion, Serpentine, Toilet Duck, who's a huge fan of the 8 p.m. shows of Zyber, 9 a.m. shows don't Zyber. Not everyone lives at night, Toilet Duck, not everyone. Micum, Gillum, Kagan, and many more. As usual, my coffee crew keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.